and welcome, warm welcome from us today for our cheering volunteering event for 2020. From myself and also from my colleague, Councillor Caroline Maudlin.
Hello everybody.
Along with our colleagues at Community and Voluntary Services and Community Action Bedfordshire, we're delighted to host the 7th Cheering Volunteering Celebration and Awards event. If these were normal times back in June, we would all have been together in the Grove Theatre with our family, friends, food and festivities to celebrate and honour our volunteers. But these are not normal times, are they, Caroline?
Absolutely, Carol. Just not normal times, and I've really missed our summer event where it's great to catch up with you all, network around the stalls before we went into the main theatre. Now, as our role as councillors, we come across many exceptional volunteers and never cease to be amazed by what people get up to help others. I've had my own experience even more this last year during these unprecedented times with being part of a volunteer group and getting out into the community, delivering prescriptions and shopping, etc. So I know how much so many people have pulled together to help one another. And during this presentation, these awards, you'll get to hear the very many different stories about how other people, some of them might be you, have been helping everybody else.
This year we have introduced a new award, Supporting Communities During COVID-19, so that the hundreds of volunteers who have stepped forward during the pandemic can also be celebrated.
It has been so difficult and really quite humbling reading the many different applications that have come through. As well as celebrating our volunteers, we'll also be presenting our Inspiring Volunteering grants, and that's thank you to Councillor Richard Wenham, who allocated some funding from Central Beds Council. So good luck to everybody this evening as I hand back to Carol. Have a great time watching. Do watch through to the end. So Carol, back over to you.
Thank you so much to all of you who are joining us virtually this year and for taking the time to listen to, support and celebrate the accomplishments of our fantastic volunteers. We've produced a programme for this year's nominees, so please do visit the Central Beds website and download the programme as a keepsake. And let's get started with our first award, which will be presented by Wayne Porter of Prologis for the Young Volunteer of the Year Award. Wayne.
Hello, Carol, and thank you. I'm so sorry that Wayne can't be with us this evening. So it gives me great pleasure to be able to announce the Young Volunteer of the Year category. So the shortlisted nominees are Shabar Raja, Bedfordshire Police Cadet. Last year, Shabar volunteered over 156 hours to cadet duties, and Shabar is a credit to the service. Emily Binns, Young Health Watch volunteer. Emily is a generous, kind and confident individual who's given so much to her role as a volunteer with Young Health Watch. And Esme Baxter. Esme is age 7 and she made 100 rainbow-coloured loom bands to cheer up the staff at the Luton and Dunstable Hospital. She set up a Just Giving page to raise £50, but instead raised an astonishing £2,410 for NHS charities together. So this is the exciting bit. Get ready, drum roll. And if I just undo this, I'm so pleased to announce that the winner of the Young Volunteer of the Year Award is Esme Baxter. Not only that, we've got highly commended for Young Volunteer of the Year awards. Obviously has to be Emily Binns and Shabar Raja. So well done everybody. Your trophies and certificates will be sent to you shortly. And it gives me great pleasure now to hand over to James Jameson, our ex-leader of Central Bedfordshire Council, who will announce Volunteer of the Year award.
Hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well and keeping safe in these rather difficult times. I'm really delighted to present the 7th Volunteer of the Year award. All our volunteers have shown dedication and commitment, particularly during this pandemic, but also those who have been volunteering for many, many years. So to every one of you who were nominated in this category, I want to say thank you, a deep personal thank you for all the work that you do, for the time that you give to help others. It's really appreciated by all of us in Central Bedfordshire, and I know by our residents and partner organisations. I wish I could tell you about all the contributions that our volunteers have given, and please do visit the brochure on our website for details of volunteer achievements. It was so difficult to come up with a shortlist when reading through what these amazing people have been doing. I'm delighted to be able to announce the shortlist for Volunteer of the Year award. Tracy Murrell. During lockdown, Tracy has delivered weekly virtual Beaver Scout meetings of an exceptionally high standard and has also designed and delivered 4 virtual events. Over 40 videos were produced with activities. Jenny Gallucci. Jenny is the Secretary of Houghton Regis Helpers, keeping volunteers, clients and the wider community supported and connected. Ian Blake. Ian is a volunteer for the East Anglian Air Ambulance. During the National Air Ambulance Week in September 2019, he gave an amazing 30 hours of volunteering to the charity. I'm delighted to announce, when I can get this envelope open, that the winner of the Volunteer of the Year award is Tracy Murrell. Congratulations. Well done, Tracy. But also highly commended in the Volunteer of the Year award category are both Jenny Gallucci and Ian Blake. Well done. I'm delighted now to hand over to Martin Healy of Ringway Jacobs to announce the Volunteer Group of the Year award.
Thank you. Hello everyone. In light of the recent events, it is important to recognise all of the groups, both existing and new, that have supported residents during this pandemic. We received an amazing number of nominations into this category, which is testament to the collective and team effort that characterises volunteering. The volunteering contribution by all of these groups has been extraordinary. In these challenging times, many of them have stepped up their responses, which have been invaluable in supporting our communities. Our brochure details the effort from all of our volunteering groups, which you can download from the Central Bedfordshire website. The shortlist for the Group of the Year is the Bedfordshire and Luton Emergency Volunteers Executive Committee Commanders Group. These, alongside the wider voluntary sector effort, the group worked tirelessly to help with food deliveries, PPE stock management on behalf of all Bedfordshire agencies, and the delivery of PPE to those organisations most in need. They carried out door knocking to check on these most vulnerable, and they carried urgent medical transport for people and equipment for hospitals. Houghton Hall Park Volunteers. The development of the Houghton Hall Park Volunteer Group over the last 2 years has been fantastic. We now have a core team of volunteers that can adapt to the many different elements of the park, with over 30 regular volunteers who choose to spend their time helping to keep the park and grounds so beautiful. Cruise Bereavement Volunteers, who have been supporting bereaved people in Central Bedfordshire since 1980. A team of 30 specialist trained bereavement volunteers who prior to the pandemic were delivering one-to-one bereavement support. They have now moved their services via telephone or video in one-to-one and group sessions. I'm delighted to announce the winner of the Volunteering Group of the Year award is the Bedfordshire and Luton Emergency Volunteers Executive Committee Commanders Group. I'm very pleased to say that both Houghton Hall Park volunteers and Cruise Bereavement volunteers have been highly commended. Well done to everybody, and actually well deserved. We are now going to pass over and award the Captain Sir Tom Moore Award for outstanding contribution.
I am so pleased to be able to present the Captain Sir Tom Moore Award for outstanding contribution. This year, the award is dedicated to my father, Captain Sir Tom. We are all proud residents of Central Bedfordshire, and with you, we celebrate his amazing achievements and fundraising. The shortlist for the Captain Sir Tom Moore Award for outstanding contribution is Helen Gudgeon. Helen puts on tribute groups at Bedfordshire Village Hall 6 times a year for charity. Helen has raised over £5,000 in the last year at her sellout events. Katrina Widdicks. Katrina raised £4,000 to provide a therapy space at Marston VC Lower School and made up individual care packages which were distributed to about 100 of the most vulnerable children in Marston. Lily Chan. Lily owns a restaurant in Dunstable, and during lockdown, she and her husband Ken delivered a free meal every Wednesday for at least one NHS worker. Lily also provided flour and yeast to the community for free. Susan Clark. Susan has been volunteering with Healthwatch Central Bedfordshire since June 2018 and also volunteers with the British Heart Foundation. She was instrumental in developing Young Healthwatch, recruiting young people as volunteers. I am delighted to announce, how exciting, the winner of the Captain Sir Tom Moore Award for outstanding contribution is Katrina Widdicks. Huge well done. And highly commended in the Captain Sir Tom Moore Award for outstanding contribution are Susan Clark and Helen Gudgeon. Wow, well done to everybody. We as a family simply love living and working here in Bedfordshire, and a huge congratulations from all of us. I'm delighted to now hand over to Karen Nicholson from Grand Union, who will announce the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Thank you. Hello everyone. I'm really pleased to be here with you today, and it's an honour to announce the nominees in the Lifetime Achievement Award. It's been a really difficult year, as we all know, and I think as community representatives we've really pulled together, and community has shown the best of itself, and community spirit is really alive, particularly in the Central Bedfordshire area. The shortlist in the Lifetime Achievement Award are David Footit. David has contributed to his local community for the past 31 years for Rossborough Advanced Drivers and Riders Group, organising the Dunstable Schools Football League. He's the president of the Rotary Club of Dunstable, and he also rides on their Santa's sleigh. Jill Hayward. Jill Hayward has been volunteering for the CAB in Dunstable for 25 years. Jill has been running their telephone service, which helps those people who are unable to visit their office in person. Jan Bailey. Jan has been an active volunteer for the Hospice at Home Volunteers for 25 years and supports dozens of clients over that time. She's been a stalwart of the fundraising team for all of that time as well. Margaret Lowe. Margaret is the pillar of the Flitton Greenfield Ward Hedges community, running their breakfast and after schools clubs, overseeing their annual village gala. She's the bookings officer for the village hall and has helped raise £30,000 for charity. And last but not least, Maureen Hill. Maureen has been volunteering for the CAB in Dunstable for 25 years. Mo, as she's known to her friends, has shown commitment and dedication for this entire time. I am delighted to announce that the winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award is Margaret Lowe. Many congratulations, Margaret. The highly commended in the Lifetime Achievement Award is awarded to David Footit, and a joint award goes to both Maureen Hill and Jill Hayward. Many congratulations to you all. Well done to everybody. It's a fabulous and fantastic achievement, and I'm now going to pass over to Paul Fuller from Bed's Fire and Rescue Service.
Thank you, Karen. Hello everyone. Usually we would be celebrating this cheering volunteering event live with lots of applause and clapping, and to celebrate all the fantastic things that volunteers do for our community every day. So this year it's virtual, so we want lots of virtual clapping, virtual applause, virtual stamping of feet. And of course, we have been through a period in which people have been less active. They have been doing meetings by virtually with Zoom and Teams and all those other things. And so perhaps we're getting up and walking about a little less. And so this year we have introduced the Sports and Wellbeing Award to try to emphasise the importance of trying to keep a bit fitter, get out a little bit more, and also to recognise those wonderful volunteers that are supporting us in those attempts. So it's my pleasure to announce the shortlisted candidates and the winner for the Sports and Wellbeing Award. HLB Runners. HLB Runners was started by Helena in February 2018. There are over 50 active members. Helena's BSL instruction has enabled 8 deaf and hard of hearing runners to join the group as well. Lawrence Paul Zaharodny. I hope I pronounced that right, Lawrence. Lawrence volunteers with the MenCap Friends Within group for over 16s. He volunteers with the Disability Football Programme and is now a qualified Level 1 football coach. Walking for Health. The Walking for Health group has around 47 walkers each session and have been outstanding by getting the community walking and in doing so are tackling loneliness and mental health issues. I am delighted to announce the winner of the 2020 Cheering Volunteering Sports and Wellbeing Award is, drumroll please, HLB Runners. Lots of birds applause please. And also highly commended in this category is Lawrence Paul Zaharodny and Walking for Health. Thank you so much to everybody. Well done to these shortlisted finalists, and well done to all of you for everything that you do during these difficult times when it's so difficult to make everything work, to get it together and get these things organised for the benefit of the community. So thank you so much. It's now time for me to pass you on to Martin Trinder and John Gelder. Hi, both of you.
Thanks, Paul. I'm trying to get as much exercise as I can. Hi, everyone. I'm Martin Trinder, and together with John Gelder, we are delighted to be here today.
Hi, everyone.
We are very happy to be presenting this new category, supporting communities during COVID-19, to recognise all those that stepped up to support their communities during the pandemic. The shortlist for the supporting communities during COVID-19 are Andrew Gardner. Andrew spent every Saturday evening throughout lockdown making pizzas for people throughout the village, up to 80 pizzas a night, to support Clop Hill Heritage Trust.
Daniela Turner. Daniela is a volunteer graphic designer and social media officer with Autism Bedfordshire. Daniela's work has been vital in ensuring that their work reaches autistic adults and their families.
Harry Ward. Harry was in his first year at university when COVID struck. He set about making himself useful to his community, taking on 3 different volunteering roles in the Sandy Good Neighbour scheme, at Bedford Hospital, and with a domestic abuse campaign.
Jane Dunn. Jane and her husband, Jim, from Lidlington, provided various items for crafting. Jim even dressed up and danced as Baby Shark to entertain the youngsters.
Susan Whittle. Susan supported a number of residents in Sharpenhoe and Harlington throughout the lockdown, many of whom were isolating or shielding by getting shopping, newspapers, postage stamps, etc.
Central Bedfordshire Good Neighbour and Village Care Scheme volunteers. It's impossible to single out any one volunteer. Each is essential in their own village or town for their commitments during COVID-19. In the last 6 months, volunteers have done 8,000 tasks for over 3,800 residents.
So we are delighted to announce
the winner of the Supporting Communities during COVID-19 award is Central Bedfordshire Good Neighbour and Village Care Scheme volunteers.
And the highly commended supporting communities during COVID-19 are Susan Whittle and Harry Ward.
And now we'll pass you back to Carol Hegley to present the next award.
Hello again, everyone. This award is chosen by the judging panel from all of the nominations received. I'm delighted to announce that the shortlist for the panel's choice are Lily Chan, Jan Bailey, Daniela Turner, and Leighton Buzzard Voluntary Patient Transport. And I'm delighted to announce the winner is Lily Chan. And the highly commended Panel's Choice Award goes to Jan Bailey and Daniela Turner. And a well done to everybody. I am now delighted to hand over to Councillor Ian Dalgano, who will introduce the Inspiring Volunteering Grant Scheme.
Thank you, Carol. As part of Cheering Volunteering, every year we have £5,000 for our Inspiring Volunteering Grant Scheme. There's £5,000 available for small grants to help encourage and kickstart new activities involving volunteers and the community sector. Last year we were able to fund 7 projects and we're really pleased with what they've managed to achieve with a relatively small amount of money. Here's some of the projects that we funded last year. The Houghton Regis Hub Cafe, the Barnardos, Houghton Regis, Shefford Green Space, Conservation Group, Sorted Bedfordshire, the Wildlife Trust Bedfordshire, and the Green Sand Trust. That's some excellent projects, and the applications for this year are just as good. After deliberation from our panel, the following projects were chosen for funding by our volunteering scheme for this year. And I've got a gold envelope here, and we'll open that up and we'll see who's managed to get a grant this year for Inspiring Volunteering. So we have the Rest Park Enterprise Centre, the Dementia Cafe, Young Health Watch Central Bedfordshire, Open Doors Training and Development Trust, Intuitive Story, and Dunstable District Scouts. We'd like to wish you all good luck, and we look forward to seeing the progress that your projects make in the coming year. So what I'll do now is I'll pass back to Carol. Thank you.
It falls to me now to thank you so much for watching. It's been a very strange and unusual cheering volunteering event this year, I have to say, especially with it being virtual. And I really appreciate anybody that's signing in to see the way that we want to thank and acknowledge all our volunteers across Central Bedfordshire. So thank you very much for doing that. And also to wish you all to keep safe and well. And thank you again for very much for joining us. Thank you.